Hey guys, it's Jason here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the video. Today we're headed out with the Traxxas Sledge. Now, I've gotten a few comments on other videos asking why I haven't been driving this truck, when am I going to get it out again? And there's no specific reason at all. I just haven't ran it. I think at one point I didn't have a receiver in it because I had sold my Rugged and this truck had a Spectrum receiver in it, so I needed to kind of pull the receiver box apart and change a few things, but I finally got to that today. So this video is about three things. One, we're going to run the Traxxas Sledge. Two, we're going to give the Method RC Geoforms another test run. I've had these now on my Big Rock. I've had them on my MT8. I have had the fifth scale. Actually, I still have the fifth scale ones on the Outcast. And I have been absolutely loving these tires. They perform so well, drive so well. Just overall, guys, smoothness is there, but yet very responsive. Tons of traction, but still allow you to break loose if you want. Just a very good all-around tire. And running this in the Sledge with the 1650 kV, so it's going to be nice. It's going to have a lot of power. But the other thing about today is we're testing a completely different radio for me. This is the Dumbo RC X6. Now, I'm not 100% sure at the time, guys, if this is like a revised version to the X6. I was kind of on YouTube for a bit, and I had noticed that the one I had seen from like a few years ago did look a little bit different. But Dumbo RC was nice enough, guys, to send me over a few transmitters. So I've got an X6 and an X4. The X4 looks the same as this. It's just 4-channel. But then I've also got this guy over here as well. You'll see that in an upcoming video as well. But this little thing, guys, for I think $42 US, right there, full 6-channel transmitter, as well as, guys, built-in gyro on the receiver. And they are I don't know what the proper term would be, subsidiary of Radiolink. And again, if you've been following the channel for a while, RC8X, RC6GS, these radios, guys, are awesome. They're flawless. So I'm kind of excited to see what a $42 radio will do in my, I don't even know, way too much Traxxas Sledge, guys. This thing obviously has cost me a fortune, as well as, hey, it's Canadian dollars. So we are way into that 2,000 plus range. But either way, guys, let's head out and give this thing a run. So we're up here, top of my street. We got the jump set up. We got the parking lot to ourselves for now. And here we go. First pull of the Traxxas Sledge. Rocking the Dumbo RC Radio X6 with the Method RC Geoforms. Yeah, oh guys, I forgot what this 1650 is like. Once again, guys, these tires up here, I mean, I've driven it now, guys, in grass. Okay, they're good everywhere. But this gravel for me is such, I like coming up here because it's close to my street. I like ripping around on the dirt, but there's just no bite here. And every tire I come up here with is just awful. And that's not the case for these things. The Geoforms hook up. Again, I also forgot, guys, how much fun this thing is to run. These things handle so well. Holy shit! Oh, jeez. Yeah. Again, guys, I haven't driven this thing in so long. Got to get used to the 1650 and not hit myself while I'm doing it. This is a heavy truck. It's one of the reasons I've kept the 1650 in it. I am actually, guys, more of a fan of 2000s and 2200s. when they're geared right. But this thing's got some weight, so I continue to run the 1650 in it. Yeah. I want to try to get out on the street just to give it kind of a little run on the pavement. If you haven't watched any videos on this truck, I'm on my Monster X8S running 6S, 1650 kV, 23 tooth pinion, I believe. It's been kind of a while. I think I got like a rock somewhere. Man, this sucker's a ripper. All right, we're gonna start off, guys, a couple small jumps. Whoa! Yeah. And then we'll work our way up. Again though, guys, nothing crazy today. Today is more about the Dumbo RC X6 and rocking these Method RC Geoforms. To get rocks caught up in like everywhere when I come up here just because of these small stones. Effortless. I had quarter throttle, if that. Again, guys, I'm much more prefer like a good 2200, like a Castle, or even the Hobby Wing 2250. But the 1650 is a nice big torquey motor, and if you've got a heavy truck, if you've modified it a lot, yeah, this is definitely the motor to go with. And like I said, guys, these tires will allow you to kind of throw around the truck a little bit. So what's fun about that, you saw earlier, I kind of spun out on the pavement. I didn't flip or anything like that, but yet it'll go when you gun it. And that's what you want. Beauty. Again, guys, I haven't driven this truck. I think it's been a year since I've actually driven the Sledge. And it's not disappointing. As I almost hit the tree. Thought that was gonna land in the tree. So you guys are wondering too why the ramp's there and not more over here. It's just because of those poles. Just adjusting my steering trim just a touch. I think we're almost pretty good now. Now what I'm gonna do, just for kind of testing the transmitter, is we'll just drive it down here. I'm gonna try to take it, guys, right to the end. That's probably maybe 100 yards, maybe a little bit more than 100 yards. And let's hope this thing just doesn't take off by itself. And that some kid doesn't come out of nowhere. All right, so I'm way down here, turning around, driving it around. Again, guys, that's probably about 100 yards, maybe a little bit over 100 yards. And smooth as butter. Smooth as butter. This is rated for a lot more, but you know, I always kind of think, I understand for the speed guys, for the top speed guys, you know, that are hitting 150, 200 miles an hour. Hey, you know what? That makes 100% sense that you want a range with crazy, or a radio with crazy range. The other thing is, I guess if you have a more powerful transmitter receiver, if there are any issues around, yeah, it's going to be that much more powerful. For me, guys, I'm up here, I'm at the school, I'm a few other places. This all the radios, guys, lately I've been running the RC8X, RC6GS with their receivers, and they are actually known for their range, have been awesome. And just speaking, guys, right now on the Dumbo X6, it does not come with a foam wheel right here. However, you notice it when you first get the radio out, but now that I've been out here driving it, I actually don't notice it. It's not like I'm like, oh, my fingers are uncomfortable or sore or hurting. That's not the case. So it's kind of funny because my first kind of thought when I got it was like, oh, they don't have a foam wheel. Now that I've been up here running and actually using it, I don't even notice it. I guess my hands aren't that delicate. Yeah. Oh man, Method RC Geoforms. You guys are going to see these tires everywhere, because they are awesome. They are, without a doubt, guys, the go-to tire now. My only wish, and Method RC, you probably are watching this video, I would love to see a more standard size 3.8. Something, you know, more like a Creighton 6S size right out of the box. Just, we got more stones stuck in there. Just because for some trucks, they would fit a lot better. Now, on the topic, guys, I just remembered I wanted to talk about something. So yeah, we don't get the foam wheel, but we do get this thumbstick. Now, I am by no means, guys, a thumbstick driver, but this has to be, for such a simple design, the best thumbstick out there, because I can actually drive this thing. So we may actually grab the selfie stick, guys, and see what I can do. But what's nice about it is that this just pushes in. So if I was to shove this out right now, it'll come out. It kind of sits in these little kind of notches in here. It just pushes in super easy, and just where it sits, I don't have the biggest hands, so it works perfect for me. I'm actually, guys, like pumped for that. So you know what, on that note, guys, I'm gonna grab the selfie stick and let's see what kind of footage we can get with that. Now I'm busy. Guys, no idea how that turned out. Hopefully it was good and worth me running around looking like I've got issues. I got to give people props to someone like Ready Set RC because he does a lot of that and his looked good. So I don't know how guys mine turned out, but it's not very comfortable driving like that. Oh yeah, Geoforms guys are rocking. Should mention, guys, we're running maybe around, I don't know, let's say maybe 25% gyro on this right now, which is definitely helping. Yeah, super helping, because you can see when I was gunning it there, we were staying straight. You don't need a lot with these gyros, so the Dumbo RC Radio Link, a little bit just helps. And what's nice is it's only on the steering. It doesn't affect your throttle, your brake, none of that crap. Some companies do that and it's awful. This is just for steering, so it keeps you going straight, but it lets you hold the throttle. Yeah, guys, this thing's wicked. These tires have made coming up here a completely different experience for me. And I've got to add this now. I haven't done a whole lot of reviews, or even any reviews, guys, usually on radios. I kind of basically let the videos sort of do the talking. Woo! Full pin there, guys. Truck was staying straight. That's awesome. I don't do a lot of videos, like review videos on radios. To me, it's more about, you know, coming out and running and how it runs. Do I have any issues? Do I have range issues? Do I have glitching? Do I have anything? And I'm a huge, and I've always been a huge Futaba fan. I've owned a lot of Spectrum transmitters. I started running the Radio Link RC8X and the RC6GS and the different receivers. I was a bit worried because I thought, hey, what if there is an issue with these radios? I've never really heard of them before. I had never ran them before. I've always ran Futaba. I've always ran Spectrum. And, you know, the thing is, let's say, for 60 bucks, guys, let's say I had an issue today with this, or actually 60 bucks, $42 US, guys, by the way, with the receiver. You know, okay, fine, I'm out 42 bucks US. But right now I'm driving a truck that I've got over $2,000 Canadian into. And if I lost range and all of a sudden this thing took off right now and plowed into people, that would be awful. Plowed into kids, it'd even be major awful. Or if I even didn't hit people, I just smash into a curb or a tree. And yeah, you know, I end up doing $1,000 worth of damage to this thing. Yeah, that's the part that sucks. It's not that $42 US, guys. It's the damage to the truck, or if I was to hit people. And you know what, guys, between the RC6GS, the RC8X, the reason I keep referring guys to Radio Link is one, they're some of the different brands I've been running lately, or the different brand I've been running lately. It's kind of my go-to transmitter, the RC8X. But Dumbo RC, guys, like I mentioned at the start of the video, is kind of like a sister company to them. So a lot of the same technology. And so far, guys, I mean, hey, it's only been one run, but no issues at all. Nothing that makes me feel uncomfortable, nothing that, you know, makes me kind of go, oh geez, what just happened there? Why did the truck feel like it didn't turn or something? That's not been the case. Yeah. All right, take a couple more jumps. We've got a monster in this thing right now, Genze 6800 milliamp 6S pack. So we've got runtime. We are powering the KC RC fan with that, so a little bit of draw on it besides just from overall running, but we're still going to be good. Effortless backflip. As I almost hit the pole. It's funny, you know, you guys will understand this. If you guys are subscribers and you watch my videos, you know that when I come up here, usually all I do is jump, and I'm usually kind of fighting to keep the truck straight and all that kind of stuff. Where with these tires, I just kind of want to drive around because the truck handles so wicked with them. Obviously in grass, it flies and it hooks up because it's grass. All right, we're gonna try a couple more jumps. By the way, guys, it is an absolutely stunning morning. It is 14 degrees Celsius right now. You can feel the warmth from the sun coming on. So it is just an awesome day to come out and run. Yeah. You know, for such a heavy truck, this combo, the ramp, man, it's fun seeing that air. Oh, at least it bounced back over. Method RC, again, I know you're watching. This is a wicked tire. We just want something teeny tiny wee bit smaller. This is great for big rock fire team. Actually, it looks great on the Sledge. But I'd love to be able to put these on something like my SSTE or something like that. Because you know what? Belted tire, lots of grip, behave awesome in the air, look wicked. But yet, not too crazy in the tread where it's not going to be fun. Where you're going to turn, it's going to bite too much, you're going to be flipping over. Nobody wants that. Guys, man, I'm impressed with the Sledge today. I know I've kind of ragged on this truck a lot because it did take a lot to get it fun out of the box. Boom! But I'm having a good time with it today. Boom! We hit LVC. Hopefully you guys can hear that over the KC-RC fan. LVC. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get this truck back on the tailgate, get everything back in the truck, and then we'll head home and kind of recap everything that happened. If you watched the whole video from start to finish, you're gonna know what I am gonna talk about. But if you didn't, hey, I'll give you guys a review both on the transmitter and the tires, or at least a running review on both, because again, this is the first run with the Dumbo RC X6, and maybe my 5th or 6th run on the Geoforms. All right, guys, we've got the truck home. It's back on the bench. It's all cleaned up, and boy, that was awesome. That is the kind of run I like. It's the kind of videos, guys, I like making, where everything just goes well. The Sledge was awesome. The ESC and motor were awesome. The Dumbo RC X6 transmitter were awesome. The Method RC Geoforms, guys, these things are killer. Running where I run up at the street, because of the fact that it's a very loose gravel, very hard packed, and it's also, guys, not very, there's nothing to it. Like if you actually look when you see me ripping around, if I spin and I spin the rocks out of the way, you just see like hard dirt. There's nothing there. So the fact that these do the job that they do up there is just awesome. It actually makes, guys, going up to the top of the street a lot of fun. Most of the times I'm up there kind of fighting their trucks around. I like going there because it's close to my house, but at the same time, I always get awful traction. And I've been running these now on the Sledge, the Big Rock, the MT8, as well as, guys, the 5th scale ones. At the time that I'm recording this, I've ran it on the Outcast 8S, and I've also run the 5th scales on the X-Maxx. So stay tuned for that one. That one's coming up. I got a really bad camera angle on that for some reason. For some reason, didn't turn my head during the video. I don't know. It's like I was looking out my peripheral vision the whole time I ran the truck. But anyways, you'll see that when that video comes out. But yes, guys, these things are awesome. And if you want to pick up a set, guys, there is a link in the description that will get you 10% off. And I also, guys, get a small commission of that, which goes towards everything that I do. So from RCs to cameras to tripods to everything to microphones. Yeah, that's where that money goes. None of it goes to anything in the house. That's what the job's for. But the other thing, guys, I have to talk about is the Dumbo X6 transmitter. So, guys, overall, I am actually very, very impressed. I mentioned not having kind of a foam or some type of rubber around the wheel, but you know what? After a few minutes, you don't even notice it. The thumbstick, this little piece, guys, like I mentioned, is included. You just pop it in. It works great. It's super comfortable. And the one thing I've not shown you guys yet, because this blows me away. Remember, $42 transmitter, and there's your on-off switch. You get a nice blue LED at the top. This is your channel 3 switch. It's got a freaking LED in it. Look at that. Off, on. That is just crazy, guys. Again, for $42 with a receiver with a built-in gyro, the fact that it has that, I don't know. I didn't know it. I didn't know that the radio had this when I first got it, and even when I first started looking at the radio. And then I think I'd put the batteries in it, and I was getting everything set up for the Sledge. And then I was just kind of looking over it, because also, guys, I haven't mentioned, there is a toggle switch right here for your 4th channel, and it's a 3-position switch. But I just kind of clicked this in, and that happened. I was like, oh man, that's pretty freaking awesome. But overall, guys, transmitter is wicked. Oh, when you lift up the little panel here, you have your trims for your steering and throttle, as well as kind of your limiting sort of thing. So obviously, guys, you can turn down your throttle if you want. I haven't done that. It's still sitting at 100. And then I've got my travel sitting somewhere maybe in around 70%. Now, obviously, guys, unlike a digital or a computerized radio, you can't kind of adjust each side, but for the most part, you can do what you need to do, save your servo, all that kind of stuff. So I do like that. You got your reverse switches at the top. These are your channel 5 and channel 6 switches or knobs. What's nice, the channel 6, guys, out of the box is also your gyro. So I don't know how it would work. You can go on the receiver and you actually have to turn the gyro on. So I'm not sure if you turn the gyro off and then plug something into channel 6, then you'd be able to adjust it. But I'm going to keep that as my gyro because I use that all the time. You've got a USB-C port here. Actually, no, micro or mini USB right here. This can be used to power the transmitter if you were using like some type of power bank or something like that, but you got to be really specific with the voltage on that. So I'm kind of saying, no, don't use that. Just stick with the double A's. There's 4 of them. So yeah, guys,
I'm pretty impressed for 42 bucks. And actually guys, I'm not even going to say that. You know what? I have had stock transmitters, RTR transmitters that, you know what, if you go on there like 110, 120 bucks for the whole combo, remember guys, this is Canadian, that are nowhere near this. So I think this comes in a little over 60 Canadian. That is one heck of a good deal. And again, this wheel guys, for my small hand is, it's awesome. So very, very guys impressed with this. And again, all I can say guys is that was a fantastic run. If you haven't watched any of the videos I've done on my Sledge, or you want to know something, I've got tons and tons of videos on this truck. I built it from brand new. It did take quite a bit to get it up and running. Not everything on this truck was needed, but you know, motor mount, shock towers guys. I've got the KCRC front rear 7075 shock towers, KCRC A, B, C, and D blocks, Vitavon center diff cup right here. I've got the bell cranks. All four corners are Vitavon. This Vitavon chassis, guys. To be anybody that's looking at a Sledge, this is the Vitavon chassis. What is really nice about this chassis, you can see kind of all the bends and where everything is. These are done strategically. These add strength to the chassis. So what's nice about the Vitavon chassis, because they did that, this chassis is a high quality 7075, but it's still 3 millimeters thick. It doesn't need to be 4 millimeters thick. But yeah, that's it. I've rambled on long enough. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.